Hey everybody, welcome to Fed. If you haven't watched the last video, which it looks like some of you didn't watch it, I totally recommend watching the last video. It's called 3 Simple Mistakes, and in that video we discuss 3 ways to help you stay away from sinning. In today's topic, I would like to talk about emotions and not letting it control your decisions and willingness to obey God. It is not wrong to have emotions, but never let your emotions cloud your judgment and decisions. Doing so can get you into a lot of trouble, not just biblically, but also through the laws that we have, and that it can help the people that you love. Didn't mean help, I meant hurt the people that you love. Ephesians 4:26, it says, "Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath." Which basically says, don't go to bed angry. Like, if you continue to have bitterness in your heart, if you don't express that someone hurt you at some sort of time, that it will just bottle up inside, and you'll end up doing something that you'll regret, hurting that person and then hurting others around you. A great story that kind of just talks about that kind of just shows that not just to bottle up your emotions and figure a way to feel to kind of express it, is Cain and Abel. Now, Cain and Abel were the first brothers of this earth. They were the firstborn, and they both have opposite jobs. Abel took care of the flock, and Cain took care of all the farming. Now, one day they had to bring a sacrifice unto God, and both of them brought what they worked with. Now, the only reason why this was a bad decision on Cain's part was because God cursed the earth when Adam and Eve were kicked out. He made it so that man had to work harder to get what he needed, to eat. And Abel's sacrifice was the only one that was respected. It was because God had to sacrifice an animal in order to cover up Adam and Eve's nakedness. So when you're bringing your what you've done to God, you can't really brag about all the things you've done if all you've done is sinned. If all you've done was go against God, like, oh look, God, I did this for you. If it goes against God, He's not gonna accept it. He's not gonna respect what you've done. And Cain didn't understand that, but he let all those emotions, all that bitterness, dwell in his heart, to the point where he ended up killing his own brother. So that's why I say don't let your emotions control your judgment and your decisions, because you'll end up hurting the ones that you love. You'll end up going against God and could possibly end up killing someone. Now, that's extreme. It's not in every case, but as we see in our world today, if you ever look at a lot of the detective mysteries and all that stuff, a lot of the times they were angry with the person, or they had a lot of anger and hatred in their heart. Talking about sin, we can't have a light switch mentality. If you're going to live for God, live for God. Living a life full of switching from obedience to versus relying on your own emotion is like messing with a light switch. If you turn off the light, it's gonna be hard to walk around without bumping into stuff, without stubbing your toe or hitting your head on a door. In order to get a proper reaction from God, in order for Him to shine a light upon your path, we must continue in obedience, not just whenever we feel like it. Faithfulness is not just praying, coming to church, paying tithes, and being a better person, loving your neighbor, but it also comes with obedience. When God commands something, we must do it. Just because we think it feels good doesn't mean we should do it. A lot of times people do drugs, people drink alcohol, people go and sleeping around because it feels good. But a lot of the time, doing all those things can actually hurt you. Drugs and alcohol hurts your body. Sleeping around with a bunch of people, you will get STDs. In Jeremiah 17:9, it says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked." And desperately wicked. Who can know it? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Don't sacrifice your promise of eternity for momentary pleasure. For today and the rest of your tomorrows ahead, choose obedience. I hope someone got something out of this today, and I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day.